We wake up in these bodies every day and we think we know ourselves, but sometimes we're not aware of what we do. Not everything is black and white, good or bad. We obviously know the good traits that we have, externally and internally. Whatever happens externally, while it can impact you internally, what really matters is how you see yourself internally. If it's on a more positive note, it can help you deal with any external things in life, whether it's how you see yourself physically or other people in society. But I digress. How you see yourself internally and knowing yourself, becoming aware of yourself. Again, not everything is black and white, good or bad, but just to know your traits. What do you do? What do you think about the most? What matters to you the most? Know who you are. To love something, you gotta know it. And sometimes when we don't know ourselves, we just constantly search for things outside of ourselves and it defines us. A lot of times that's relationships, how someone else views us. Because this person loves me, I love me. Know the good and the bad about yourself and then turn that bad into just being aware. What do you stand for? What makes you happy? What makes you get up in the morning? To know who you are can help make you love yourself. To know your good traits and your bad traits. I don't really want to say everything is so black and white in life. If you keep seeing the same negative things in your eyes, the same negative things happening over and over, kind of start to realize or become aware of what exactly that is. So let's say like a good trait about yourself. You're giving, you're caring, you're empathetic, you smile easy, you laugh easily, you make others laugh, you are a great artist, you're a singer, you dance. Just get to know who you are and what you like to do, what makes you happy and get out of bed. Anything that's good, just emphasize that the most. And then there's the things that I'm gonna say bad. Maybe you have a quick temper. Maybe you don't commit very well, you're not very focused, or you can't be alone, or you don't like to be alone. You procrastinate. I can definitely say that. Now it's important to just be aware of it, because if you're not aware of something, you will never change it. But once you're aware of it, just first of all, understand that it's okay. It's not a debilitating thing. It's not the end of the world. You're not a bad person. And this could also reflect on the mistakes you've made or just something in the past that you don't like about yourself. Just become aware of it, accept it, and take full responsibility for it. And then you move on. And then at least if you ever repeat these things again, which most likely you will because you're human, as long as you're aware of it is step one. So again, I don't want to say this is good and this is bad and then you start to dwell more on the bad things, because a lot of times when you don't love yourself, or you think you don't love yourself, or you don't have the best self-esteem, it comes from focusing more on the bad things about yourself than the good. Because I feel like who you are is the good things. Because even loving anyone else, like externally loving anyone else, means accepting them for who they are, their good things and their faults. And the same with yourself. It's very easy to see the good in someone else and not always within ourselves. Know yourself. Take some time and just write. Write about things you really like about yourself, things that you're good at. Now that you see it, like on paper or physically, you can see the positives and negatives. Emphasize those positives and then work on the negatives. Don't be discouraged when it doesn't happen right away when you want to change. It takes time and it takes progress, but knowing yourself and being aware of yourself is the first step. Now externally, that's a little bit, to me, it can be easier after you deal with the internal problems first. I can say that I had severe acne growing up. I used to cake on makeup that was like not even the right skin tone. I was just ashamed of it. It never went away for years and years and years. I used to think that because I had such severe acne, I didn't like who I was. And while it definitely did impact me, while it affected my self-esteem, really that comes from myself internally, how I see myself. Because it's just pimples. I mean, society can be harsh, and society's standards of beauty is having a flawless face with or without makeup. Like, that's beauty. That's what we market. We we sell products that get rid of the ugly and make you beautiful, like Proactiv. Like they show people with sad faces and acne, and then they show the other people who are better now, and now my life's great. And the external thing is just that, it's just on the surface. But when you love yourself and you accept yourself and you have a firm confidence and good esteem, and you love yourself first before anything else, while you're aware of maybe your flaws externally, it's not enough to stop loving yourself. It doesn't become everything. Your body image, that's only on the surface. Don't cope with things and self-medicate just to avoid. Avoiding is never really a good thing in any circumstance. It's a very temporary fix to a problem. Understand that your faults aren't bad and that you just accept who you are. And if you want to change, change. If you don't, it's your responsibility and it's up to you. I think it's an important thing to stand up for yourself before anybody else. However society thinks beauty is, or a good person is, or a bad person is, the one power you have is to be aware. But be positive. We're all human and we make mistakes. Regret, it is what it is, but you're responsible to keep going, to keep moving forward, and no one can take that away from you. Exes or parents or family members or your job, it's easy to blame them for your own esteem. And while I really do believe that your childhood or whatever happened, your environment can have a deep impact on you, and it can definitely be a result how you see yourself. It could be the very reason why you feel these certain things, which is fine to understand it, but then you gotta take ownership of your life. All right, so I'm gonna make another video. If you have any comments or suggestions or any thoughts that you want to share, you can always leave a comment, talk to me, leave a message. Let's make a discussion, and just know that I'm here and that you're not alone. Like, comment, dislike, whatever. You're in this too. So stay tuned if you're interested, and thanks for watching.